Hello friends, welcome to another episode of Analyzing the Markets with Jay Flores. This time we're going to do this a few analysis of a few pairs that I'm looking for trades pretty much this week. So as you know, I've been using this trading view for analysis most of the time. I'm still using simplicity for entries. But to be very honest, the more I use the analysis, the less and less you're gonna rely on indicators. Indicators is just they're a good aid, And if you are interested in buying it, I definitely have a link on the bottom for simplicity. But let me adjust this. But most than anything, this is the most important thing. Analysis, definitely. Technical analysis along with fundamentals. Always keep an eye on news. If you get planning to trade any of the pairs, just watch or look for red folders and try to avoid these pairs. They're like hot news, that it's better to avoid them. So let's get into it real quick. So right now, as you can see on the screen, I'm looking at CHP JPY. If we look at the daily, we clearly see that last swing right there, which is an uptrend, and it's been trading in an uptrend for a while already. Okay, and if you see this, I like to do this support resistance blocks, that clearly you can see that every time that the market creates a horizontal correction, it breaks it up, and then normally it's going to come back and retest. That doesn't happen all the time, but when the market is moving normal, and it's going to do it most of the time. As we speak, we have CHP JPY. That's why I wanted to show it to you, which is testing, and that's exactly what I'm saying. It's testing this support right now from the past, and it's clearly right there. So that adds to your trading. Well, what you can see is a clearly uptrend in the daily, and then we have this support resistance right there. So normally what I do at this time, I also look left, to see how much, if I have room to travel, and I can even see the weekly for that, and it's getting, very close. But when you're trading with the trend, you keep going until the trend changes, and for that you need to know the right indications for it. Price action, it's what's going to tell you pretty much. So we don't want to beat the market makers. We want to join them there. That's the right term. And by following just a trend, okay, let's go with the current pretty much. So that's the daily right there. Let's go to the 4 hours. Excuse me. So in the 4 hours, we had the strong support right there, as we saw in the daily. Okay, so so far we know that if we are in a very strong support right here, all this area, because the market can still come lower, right? It can still come lower, and you can go all the way down here, but we're gonna go what the market is telling us what to do. And so far the market it's pretty much rebounding right there. So previously already had a 4-hour trend line right here, and then last week the market broke above it, came and retested that trend line and created a higher high, and then last week again dropped very strong and almost to retest that same trend right here, right? Or very close. Look, let me show you something with the line right here. Is exactly right if what you do when you use the line chart like that, you cut all the noise of the spikes pretty much. Okay, so the market went down again, and yesterday the market opened, we're looking at the 4 hours, so it's been 1 2 3 4 6 times 4, that's 24 hours. Yeah, so exactly since yesterday, this is what the market started doing, just trending up. Okay, let's go a little bit lower to the 1 hour, and we can do exactly the same thing here. Look at the line chart too. We can put the trend line exactly where we need it, and look what happens. Okay, it always most of the time those trend lines are going to be, when they are broken up, they're going to get retested. Okay, right there. So the market broke up, and then it came a retest, and it jumped again today. Okay, so but I'm still in the 1 hour. You know, you can see all this price action right here. In the 4 hour, now we do have a divergence right here. So if the market, what I'm waiting in the 1 hour is the market to retrace, and then if the market retraces to this zone right here, I don't know if you can see it again, those are going to be smaller resistance, obviously, anywhere this zone right here, or even lower. Okay, or the market can even go all the way back down here again, but I'll be looking to buy it from this area. Okay, so this area here, once the market retraces, is going to be a buy zone anywhere, and I'll put it in a circle right there. Sorry, where's the circle? Right there. Okay, so anywhere in that zone, I will definitely buy it. CHP JPY. Obviously, I'm gonna wait for the market to prove itself that it's gonna start going up. Okay, so that's CHP JPY. On odd JPY, let's look at the daily. Let's identify the trend and the daily. So the last major swing in the daily is this swing, right? So it's clearly a uptrend. Still, we're still on an uptrend because we're still creating higher highs and lower and higher lows, higher low, and that's the last higher high right there. And the market started retracing, and right now it's sitting exactly at the trend line. And there's in the 4 hour, let's go lower, and this is the 4 hour in blue, and this is the 1 hour support. Okay, I'm already with the trend line right there. I'm gonna extend this trend line to see what happens, because the market can still drop all the way to 4 hour, and then I'm still gonna be looking for buys. But it's not a good time to sell right here, because you know you have strong support in 4 hour, strong support here, trend line, it's on the way also. So remember, all these are areas. So we are looking still for buys until if the market breaks the 4 hour support below, okay, then we can probably start looking for sells. But as long as it stays up here in all this zone right there, we're still going to look for buys in any of the zones. Okay, so I'm going to leave it marked right there so we can review on the weekend. Odd USD. On Odd USD, let's look at the daily. It's very obvious that the last price action on the daily, it's, you know, a downtrend. Okay, But we have this giant swing right there, and already broke this head and shoulders, giant head and shoulders in the daily. Let's look at it again. That boom, 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 head and shoulders. It broke below that and then came in retest, and it dropped down. And right now we're at this support line right there. Okay. And if we look left at this support, we have this price action also right there. It's hard to see this area right there. Okay. And then below that, we have this support also. So I'm waiting to see if this week the market rebounds from that area. Let's go to the 4 hour. And it's already rebounded from that area. I'm already in a trade for that one. Okay. And I have my stop loss below this support. Anything can happen. I'm going for the 2-to-1 risk reward all the time to the next visible or the most visible resistance, and we'll see what happens there if the trade goes up. That's AUD. Let's look at the last one. I don't want to take too long of your time. Daily. What do we got? Let's make it very small. It's a clear uptrend. 4 hour. Let's look at this swing in the 4 hour right there. In the 4 hour, we have this downtrend right there, and it's sitting right at the trend line. If I look left, there's clear support right there, but the most clear one is this one. So this can still drop more, but we are waiting for that reaction during this week. See if this is gonna take off to a top. And normally to look at that, we go to the lower time frames, and it looks pretty good. If I see like a momentum candle breaking above this zone right there, I will definitely buy this, to the next zone right there. So that's what we're looking. Okay, this week. So I'm gonna put here a buy area. If we buy it, 1 second, please. I will buy it above this, so I'm gonna put it about there, and I will definitely put it below the price action. I gotta buy this one, but very low lots, because this can still go. And the only reason I'm telling you that is as I don't see divergence yet, so I can barely see that this can go up and then drop one more just to create that divergence, and then look for the real buys after that. But I'm gonna leave it there just in case it breaks that top right there. We're gonna leave it just to get an illustration from it. Okay, well, thank you. I want to check also USD 30, because I know a lot of people. And let me do the whole analysis right here. Okay, in the daily, what do we got? Daily, obviously, we have a giant uptrend for a while. I mean, for the longest time, right? But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put like the giant's trend line you ever seen, which is that one right there. I normally go from the origin of the move of the swing, origin, where that move was born, pretty much, and then I look for the last higher low, okay, which is this one. These are higher. Let's say that's a higher low than this one. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher lows, higher low, higher low. So the last one is this area right there. So that's normally where I put my trend lines. And once I get there, I'm gonna go to 4 hours and get closer in the price action to see what's going on. I'm gonna definitely look left, and that's a clear support right there. If we look left, the market got all the way to this area. So I'm gonna put my support, my 4-hour support right there. And normally for my 4 hours I use blue right there. And that's our support. It's already rebounding. Now, this can easily drop one more, either to this zone right here or to this zone right there. Why did I say that? Because I don't see divergence yet. At least in the 4 hours, I don't see it. I really believe this can drop one more because I don't have divergence. I need another structure in the MACD below right here to create that divergence and then to look for buys. Obviously, if you're scalping, you can look for sales in the 15 minutes. What do? You put a trend line for short term, okay? You put a trend line, you look left for support, and you don't have no support yet. Where is the most approximate support area? Is this area over here, pretty much. So this can go all the way up here still and then drop more in the 15 minute, right? In the 1 hour, yeah, in this area right there, definitely this area, and then drop more. So I'm gonna draw it right there. What I think that can happen. Well, I'll put a 1 hour support here. Normally I use a color green for that. On green for hourly supports right there. So we're waiting for that move to happen. Go up, get this arrow here up, and then another drop. Okay. And I repeat, the only reason I believe that is I don't have divergence yet to keep going up. Okay. In the US 30. Well, thank you, friends. It's been 17 minutes already, so I'm gonna cut it right here. We're gonna review this trades again on Saturday or Sunday and see what we're looking for the next week. Thank you very much for being here. Have a good one. Bye bye.